Annie, it's almost 5 years ago since we met up. You were a startup at PowerGen. What have you been up to?
It's been a long 5 years, I'll say that. I think we met pre-pandemic. So since then, we have almost exclusively focused on virtual reality training. So creating simulations that replicate either safety practices or process training or things that clients like Walmart, Delta Airlines, Mars want to teach their employees without putting them at risk or wasting materials or just doing it in a little bit more of an efficient and fun way.
Now we're here at Industrial Immersive, and the whole thing here is about immersive experiences, but proving the technology, proving the ROI, proving the value. What have you been up to there?
Yeah, we have been really lucky to get some great results from our clients. So they've done their own benchmark testing with the cohorts that were pre-VR and then the VR training cohorts. And so one of my clients, Georgia Pacific, was able to recognize a 30% increase in knowledge retention in the VR classes versus the traditional learning. So that's always very promising, especially when safety is involved. And then Mars, one of our other customers, that's more of like machine and process training.
Right.
They were able to cut their training time from 12 weeks down to 6. So that's a huge, huge savings there.
50%.
Exactly. So that's, save time, increasing your knowledge. And then with Delta Airlines, we, in one of our simulations, plane de-icing, they're doing these proficiency checks, these knowledge checks to make sure that their employees are ready for the job. And they were able to increase the amount they were able to do by 5,000% because they don't have to do it on physical planes. So they don't have to take those planes out of commission to train those people. So it's been massive. I'm so happy to see these real results.
But it makes it real. It's not
It
just the
absolutely.
technology's nice, there's business value.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Now, to say you've been busy building out the company, getting your customers, you also wrote a book.
I
Where
did.
did you get the time?
I have no idea. I was very lucky. Wiley, the publisher, approached me and was like, what could you write about? We've been keeping our eye on you, which is always good to hear. And I was thinking about what I could kind of give to the community, and the experience of the virtual and augmented reality production process, but broken down for non-technical folks, was something that I had a lot of experience with.
Yeah.
And by bringing that experience and knowledge, kind of pairing that with breaking down that process into each step from use case definition all the way through deployment and beyond, was something that I felt like I could write. And so in 2023, I wrote it. I was pregnant at the time, so some people call me crazy. I birthed a book and a baby in the same year. And then last year in 2024, it came out in April. So it's been it was a great opportunity, and I'm still finding, it's been a wonderful decision.
Wow. The extended reality blueprint. Now, baby, book, building a company, the next thing.
Yeah.
Something close to my heart. XR Industrial.
Absolutely.
What's this?
Well, so as I mentioned, those big companies, like we've done custom simulations, and while those are fantastic case studies and wonderful use cases of the technology, they take a long time to develop. They're pretty expensive just because you're creating this complicated thing that is a one-off. It's for one purpose and it does the job, but what if we could expand that to fit more people? So we started thinking about some of the common themes that were asked of us. Most are in safety that would be universal across organizations. So we have created a solution called XR Industrial, which has a collection of safety-themed lessons in VR.
Okay.
So anything from hazards identification like slips, trips, and falls to pedestrian safety and interaction with mobile work equipment like forklifts or even autonomous vehicles in a manufacturing site. Or the humanoid robots. Gotta watch out for those for sure. But it's a collection of lessons that are very common and universal. And then because things can be universal but not exactly the same for every company, we wanted a way for organizations to use the tools but to be able to configure them to fit their safety programs. So we have a companion app that actually lets you drag and drop out a set of props, and we've got over 100 props you can choose from to create your own environment, and you can instantly deploy that to VR without having to build, without having to wait for a developer. Just give it to your employees immediately.
So much faster time to
Yes.
deployment.
Exactly, and for some of the lessons like personal protective equipment, for example. It's different on every site. It's different depending on what your job role is. So we have, again, a collection of PPE that you can select from, and you choose exactly how that's scored. Is it a requirement? Are there alternates? Can you use a hard hat or a bump cap? Or is one preferred over the other? Or is it absolutely incorrect and that scoring ends up going directly into the VR with just the click of a button?
Hey, good stuff. So
Thank you.
This is coming out in?
It's coming out in June of 2025. And we're already pre-licensing. We've already sold some. So excited.
Hey, good stuff. I
Thank
hope it's
you.
not 5 years since we meet again.
Oh my gosh, no, I hope not. We are going to have to make our reunion much sooner next
There'll
time.
be more books and
I hope
everything.
so. I hope so.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevin.